Every morning you wake up to the most annoying thing, your alarm clock going off. Is it already 6? But you swear you literally just fell asleep. So as you sigh while slowly sitting up, you ask yourself, why must school start so early? And if you were anything like me, you ask that question every morning throughout high school. All students go through this, and I believe that it's because public schools are starting too early in the morning. My name is Katie, and today I will be talking about why public schools need to start later in the morning rather than earlier. The 3 reasons why I think public schools should start later is because school with later start times shows significant improvement in school performance, reduces tardiness, truancy, and dropout rates, and teenagers need at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep. First of all, I think public school starts too early because it negatively impacts most students' health. It is recommended by a National Sleep Foundation that teenagers need about 9 hours of sleep per night. However, teenagers are being deprived of sleep because school starts at 7:30. Thus, if teenagers wake up at 6 for school, then they must be asleep by 9 to receive the recommended hours of sleep. However, when I was playing basketball in high school, we would have a game every 2 or 3 times a week. Thus, I wouldn't even get home until past 9, let alone it was a home game. But when we traveled to our away games, we sometimes wouldn't even make it home until 10:30 on a school night. So on top of that, I had to do my homework or study for a test when I get home before I sleep. So I would only get an average of 6 hours of sleep some nights. Nonetheless, teenagers do not receive the recommended hours of sleep due to a natural and biological tendency for teenagers to fall asleep at later times. As well, shifts in the sleep-wake cycle at puberty means that most adolescents get their sleep between 11 and 8 a.m., their best sleep. The impact to teenagers because insufficient sleep is associated with obesity, migraines, and immune system disruption, and with health risk behaviors including smoking, drinking, stimulant abuse, physical fighting, physical inactivity, depression, and suicidal tendencies. Next, later start times also shown significant improvement in school performance. In high school, I had chemistry for first period, which is from 7:35 to 8:20. At the time, I did not like chemistry because I thought I wasn't very good at it. I scored a C average on most of my exams and ended the class with a C my sophomore year. However, when I did running start junior year, I took chemistry 110 and 121, which both started later in the day. And I saw a huge improvement in my grade. For both classes, I ended with an A-. Thus, I first-handedly witnessed a significant improvement in school performance for late start times. National Sleep Foundation poll reported that 28% of teenagers have fallen asleep in class at least once due to a lack of sleep. Thus, this negatively affects students' academic performance because those who are asleep can't learn in class. Nonetheless, sleep loss negatively affects kids because it impairs mood, attention, memory, behavior, and executive function. A report published by the Brookings Institution associated a significant increase in test scores with later start times, with benefits roughly twice as great in disadvantaged students. Lastly, later start time is proven to increase attendance and graduation rates. In 2014, a 3-year study with 9,000 students in 8 public high schools across 3 states showed that attendance rates increased with a start time of 8:35 or later. When kids miss a bus early in the morning and that's their only form of transportation, they usually miss class and then soon their credits. As well, another study showed that the average graduation completion rate increased by 9%. A study with 30,000 students in 29 high schools across 7 states also showed results immediately after implementing a delayed start. But a major obstacle for a late start time is transportation. Since most school districts have a precisely balanced bus transportation schedule designed to run as efficiently and inexpensively as possible, any change in the school schedule can have a severe impact. Problems that usually arise can include costs, recruiting drivers, and redesigning the bus routes. A solution is to switch start times with elementary and high school. This schedule seems to be more appropriate to elementary school students' sleep schedule because young children usually wakes up earlier in the morning. In conclusion, school needs to start later because late start time is healthier, increases attendance and graduation rates, and shows improvement in academic performance. Delayed start is healthier because it improves our executive functions, a set of abilities we need to do well in school, at work, and in daily life. As well, attendance and graduation rates will increase because students won't miss class to catch up on sleep. Lastly, students will perform better academically because they will be more productive because it is easier to focus and pay attention. So now that you understand the importance of delayed start times, I hope you two agree that schools should start later opposed to earlier. Thus, we need to petition for later start times. To continue early start times is to deter the importance of health and academics for our high school students. Thank you.